I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
And by the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
Donald Trump clearly hated the No Kings protest.
We need much more of it going forward, because that's the only thing that the politicians are going to recognize. They either face the wrath of Trump or the wrath of the people. And they have to be more afraid of the wrath of the people and realize this is not good. I better strap on my balls and do something about it. We can't let up. Cannot let up on him, because he is not going to leave the White House. He does not want to leave the White House. He will not leave the White House. Anybody thinks he'll do this, he'll do that, is just deluding themselves. The Republicans, most of all, because they know, but they're going along with it. It's a classic bully situation. We see it, and there's no other. To face a bully, you have to face him and fight it out and back him off and back him down. That's the only way this is going to work.
Actor Robert De Niro, meanwhile, applauded the protesters.
I know, like, he's having a break your goddamn oh my god! I say monkey! Monkey! Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Yeah, no king!
So a lot of the people out here today, when we join the bigger march, and we'll march over there.
Yep.
But that can change. But that can only change. That will only change. They will only be compelled and enabled to play the role they need to play in the removal of Trump from office.
We know it's all racist. It's all, I mean, that's what he appeals to. That's what Trump is. Everything is, what you see is what you get. It's not going to change with him. Everything. He's just, the point is we have to keep fighting and pushing until he is out. Period. There's no other way. He's not going to want to leave the White House. What is he facing? He's facing certain things. No matter what the Supreme Court, they're going to find a way to go after him for what he's done, all the awful, monstrous things that he's done. You know, I don't see any. He's not going to want to leave. Why should he?
Speechwriter and architect of the administration's anti-immigration policies, Stephen Miller, sent at least 900 emails to editors at the far-right news site Breitbart between 2015 and 2016. Miller shared links from white nationalist sites. He plugged The Camp of the Saints, a story about the Great Replacement myth. He pitched a story about how Amazon pulled Confederate merchandise down but still sold, quote, commie flags in the wake of the Charleston church shooting, in which 9 black churchgoers were murdered by a white supremacist. Miller wrote, quote, "Have you thought about going to Amazon and finding the commie flags and then doing a story on that? It's not a coincidence that in the midst of pushing the US-ending trade deal, we're seeing a historic artifact of real America be demonized and destroyed," unquote. Miller also expressed support for the same immigration policies that Hitler backed.
By 14, Miller was a cultural warrior with a love for Star Trek. A friend and fellow Trekkie said Miller called him to break off their friendship. "I can't be your friend anymore because you are Latino," he said. Miller continued his war against minorities throughout high school. He wrote columns attacking Hispanic students for not speaking English.
Am I the only one who is sick and tired of being told to pick up my trash? And we have plenty of janitors who are paid to do it for us.
De Niro also shared his thoughts on this guy, Stephen Miller.
We see it all the time. He will not want to leave. He set it up with his, I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet, Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
Or on democratic socialist, the vocal critic of Israel and of yourself, and has said he would arrest you if you came to New York City if he was mayor. Is that something you take seriously, or are you concerned about that? Do you have a response to that?
No, I'm not concerned about that.
I'll get him out.
Look, there's enough craziness in the world, but I guess it never ends. I mean, you have this is folly, and it's it's silly in many ways because it's just not serious.
So we'll see you in New York next year?
Oh well, look, I'm going to come there with the President Trump, and we'll see how do you know who the mayor will be? I don't know that. Do we know that?
He's going to be very fine, and who knows? We don't know who the mayor's going to be yet. But this is a communist. He's not a socialist. He's a communist, and he said some really bad things about Jewish people, and he said some really bad things about a lot of people. And I think he's going through a little bit of a honeymoon right now, but he might make it. But, it all comes through the White House. He needs the money through the White House. He needs a lot. He's going to behave. He'll behave. He better behave. Otherwise, he's going to have big problems.
And on the topic of Zoran Mamdani,
have you decided who you're voting for yet next month?
I don't know, but I have thought of the thing that I like about Hamdani is that he's young, he's smart, and he means well. He's not a mean person. He's not a bad person. He'll have to make decisions. There'll be compromises like all politicians, like everybody is in a position of making decisions that somebody's not going to be happy. But at the end of the day, I feel that I think at this point, I don't know enough yet to go further, but that he will have, he could be somebody that would be the right choice.
But you have some reservations about him?
I don't even have a reservation. I don't know, and I don't want to say even reservation. I don't know.
De Niro didn't exactly ace the test here, I must say. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag, footballs become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Let's not beat around the bush about it.